Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm so glad you're here. Please do stick around. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful unique beaded bag. Guys, this bag is so beautiful and very easy to make. Come right into the video where I'll show you how to make this, okay? For this project, we'll be needing our sugar bead, which is in size 10 mm, and then our fish line in 0.70 and our scissors. That's what we'll be needing for this project. So to begin, we'll cut out a line we're comfortable in working with, and then we're going to be starting with 4 beads. We're going to string down those 4 beads into our line like this, and then we're going to cross both ends of our line into that last bead that we added. Then we'll drop that all the way down to form our first ring, just like this, our first ring. So to proceed, we're going to add on both sides of our line 1 bead each, 1 bead each like this on both sides of our line, and then we're going to be crossing both sides of our line into another bead. Then we'll drag that all the way down to form our second ring, just like you're seeing it now. To proceed again, on both sides of our line, we're going to be adding 1 bead each on both sides, like this. And then we'll cross both ends of our line into another bead. Drag that all the way down, and you should be having this. So we have 3 rings already. Now we're going to repeat same pattern because our desired length is 8 rings. So we're going to repeat the same pattern till we get to our 8th ring. But this is 7 ring already. So now let's complete the 8th one. On our left line, we're going to be adding 3 beads. You string those 3 beads down into that left line. Because we're about to turn, so it's on one line, you're going to be stringing 3 beads, and then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead. This will take you to the next row, like this. Now to proceed, on our left line, we're going to be adding 3 beads. 3 beads on the left line, like this. Now you're going to cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. Draw that all the way down, and you should be having your first ring on your second row, like this, guys. Now the right line goes into the next bead, and on our left hand side, which is our left line, we're going to be adding 2 beads there on our left line. So now we're going to string both ends of our line into that last bead added. Now we're going to draw that all the way down to give us our second ring on our second row. To proceed, our right line goes into the next bead. And on our left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads, like this, and then we're going to cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. Also drag that all the way down, and you should be having something like this. So we're going to proceed with that same pattern till we get to the last bead there. So we're right here at the last bead. Let's complete it together. Our right line goes into the next bead, and still on our right line we're going to be adding 2 beads because we're about to go to the next row. So we're going to be adding 2 beads on that our right line, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last bead we added. Drag that all the way down, and this should be taking you to your next row like this. Flip that over so that it will not be hard for you to continue. And then now to proceed, on our left hand side we're going to be adding 3 beads again. 3 beads on our left hand side like this, and then on cross both ends of your line into that last bead added, and this should give you your first ring on your third row. To proceed, your right line goes into the next bead, and then on your right hand side, on your left hand side, sorry, you're going to be adding 2 beads like this, and then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. Drag that all the way down. Proceed, your right line goes into the next bead, and on your left hand side you're going to be adding 2 beads, and you cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. So we're going to be continuing with this pattern till we get to the last bead right there. So guys, we're here at the last bead. Let's complete it together. Our right line goes into the next bead, and still on that right line we're going to be adding 2 beads, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. Drag that all the way down, and you should be having your line in the next row just like this. So we have 3 rows already. Now we're going to build it up till we get 16 rows. So this is our 16 rows. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to count 2, and then we're going to bend it. From the other side you also do the same thing, count 2 lines, or 2 rows rather, and then you bend it also, and this is what you should be having like this. Now we're about to build the base of our bag. Yes, the base of our bag. So to do that, you're going to cut out a thread you're comfortable in working with, and then you're going to be passing that through those beads there, one from the base and one from the side. You're going to be passing your line through it like this, and then on your left hand side, yes, you're going to be adding 2 beads. You're going to be adding 2 beads on your left hand side, and then like this, and then you're going to cross both ends of your line into that last bead you added. Drag that all the way down, and you should be having something like this. As you can see, we have your first ring on your base. So to proceed, your right line goes into the next bead right there, and then on your left hand side you're going to be adding 2 beads like this, and you're going to cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. Also drag that all the way down. you should be having something like this. Guys, do not forget to tighten your work. Always tighten your work. Next, our right line goes into the next bead. And then on our left hand side, on our left hand line, we're going to be adding 2 beads like this, and then cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. Drag that all the way down and you should be having something like this. So now we're going to proceed with that same pattern till we get to the end of our first row on the base. So this is it. Now let's complete the first row. Our right line goes into those 2 beads right there, one from the base and one from the side. So string our line into the bead from the base and then the other one from the side. So like this, and this time around we're going to be closing with just 1 bead, and the first row is done. So proceed to completing the second row. A right line would go into that next bead right there, and then still on that line we're going to be adding 2 beads like this, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead added. Drag that all the way down, and this is what you should be having. To proceed, our right line goes into the next bead, and then on our left hand side we're going to be adding 2 beads like this, and then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead you added. Drag that all the way down and you should be having this. Our right line also goes into the next bead. On our left hand side we're going to be adding 2 beads like this, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into that last bead that we just added, and this is what we should be having. We'll repeat same pattern till we get to the end of our second row. So guys, we've completed our second row, which is we've completed the base of our bag, and this is what it's looking like. So what we're going to do next is to pass around our lines and end it, and it should be having something like this. So we have the first part of our bag. I've already done the second part of our bag. So now what we're going to do next is to join both sides of our bag together to form one whole bag. And to do that, we're going to be getting a line we're comfortable to working with, and then we're going to be attaching both sides of our bag together. So now we're going to get one end of our line and we're going to pass it through the first bead on one of the side of our bag, after which we add 1 bead and still pass that same line through the next bead on the other side of our bag, and you should be having something like this. Now we're going to cross both ends of our line into another bead. Cross both ends of your line into another bead. Now drag that all the way down and you can see our bag is beginning to close. You can see what I'm saying. Our bag is beginning to close like this. Now to proceed, both of our lines goes into the next bead. That is, our right line goes into the next right bead, and our left line goes into the next right bead, sorry. Our right line goes into the next right bead, like this, okay? And then our left line would go into the next left bead. Guys, don't mind me, the work is actually not standing, but you know, because it's kind of shaky, but with time it will stand. Now we have something like this. We are now going to cross both ends of our line into one bead. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Now we're going to cross both ends of our line into one more bead. Drag that all the way down, and this is it. We'll proceed the same thing. Our right line goes into the next right bead, and our left line goes into the next left bead. Once that is done, you are now going to cross both ends of your line into one bead. Drag that all the way down, and this is what you should be having. To proceed, we're going to just keep doing that same, repeating the same pattern till we close up our bag. We're going to see, you can see we're already closing it up, and the bag is already taking shape. So we're going to repeat same pattern in closing up the bag. Like I said, right line goes into the next right bead, left line goes into the next left bead. So let us close it up. And this is what we are having. We're done closing it up, and this is what we're having. Once you're done closing it up, you pass around your line and you end it. Next, we're going to do is we're going to build up the side of our bag, not side per se, like we want to add the handle of our bag. So we're going to develop the side of our bag before adding the handle. So now we're going to get a line we're comfortable in working with, not really a long line, just a little line, and then we're going to develop the side of our bag. Now we're going to leave the first bead, and we're going to be working with the second bead. As you can see where my line is. Now we're going to be adding 3 beads on the left line, and then you cross both ends of your line into that last bead added, and this is what you should have. Our right line goes into the next bead. Yeah, right line goes into the next bead, and then on our left hand side we're going to be adding 2 beads. Like this, and then cross both ends of your line into that last bead added. This is what you should have. Now we're going to be working on this last bead, second to last bead, sorry. Now we're going to cross both ends, put our right line into the bead, and then still on that our right line we are going to be adding 2 beads. Still on that right line, add your 2 beads. So this is what you should have, and then still that right line, you're going to pass it into that bead right there that I'm showing you right now. That bead, you're going to pass it through that bead, and this is what you should have. Okay, and then you still pass the line into that bead, those 3 beads. That's, yes, those 3 beads, you pass it through these 3 beads here, let it come out up there, and then you pass that left bead into just 1 bead. So just do exactly what I'm showing you right now. And then you pass it through that one again, you pass it through that one up there, then your right line should go through that bead right there. Yeah, You should go through that bead right there. And you should be having something like this. So your line is out. Yes, both line is out. Now we're going to build one more row, but this time around we're going to add in 3 beads on our left line. Just 3 beads on our left hand side, like this, guys. And then that same line would go into that bead, like this. And this is what you should have. So we're done building up the side of our bag. This is exactly what we want. Now what we're going to do next is to pass around our line to end it. So we're done passing out. I'm done passing my line and I've ended it. So now I'm going to repeat same thing to the other side of the bag. You know what I meant now. Well, we've already learned how to do the building up. Same thing. Repeat same thing that I just finished teaching on the other side. And we're having this. The bag is looking fine already. Now we're going to start building up the handle of our bag. So guys, for us to build the handle of our bag, the first thing we're going to do is to cut out a thread or a line we're comfortable in working with. Then we're going to pass that line into that first bead right there, just like I'm doing it right now. Yeah, you pass that bead, that's the thread, your line through that bead. And then we're going to be working with 2 beads. We're going to work with 2 beads first. On both sides of our line, we're going to add 1 bead each, like this. And then we'll now add both lines together. Yes, and then we'll add 1 bead. Throw that all the way down. This is what you should be having, like this. This is what you should have. 2 beads on both sides, and then both bead with crossing both lines together, you add 1 bead. Now we're going to pass this big beads through. I'll be working with 5 of it. So I'm working with 5 beads, 5 long beads. Actually, you can use a round big bead, whichever one you want to use in designing it. But me, I want to use this big bead to design mine. So I've put the 5 beads. I think it's looking small. I don't know. I'll add 1 more, okay, to make it 6 long beads. So my handle is actually 6 long beads. Oh, this is tangled. Okay, done that. So this is it. So you can see how it's going. I have 6 long beads. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to separate our beads, our line again, and on both line. Before separating the lines, you're going to add 1 bead, and then you separate the lines and add 1 bead each on both lines. You get? And this is what you should have. Now, this is what we should have. Now we're going to cross both ends of our line into that last bead on it. Yes, like we're going to cross both ends of our line into the last bead. Our right line will come out from the left side and our left line will come out from the right side. And then you drag and make sure your bag is firm. Tighten your work, make sure the bag is firm, like I'm doing. And then the next thing you're going to do is to pass around your line and end it. Pass around your line and end it. So this is it. I've passed around my line and I've ended it, and this is what I am having. So I hope this is exactly what you're also having. Also feel free to increase the size of your bag, and also you can make this bag or this design in any color of your choice. Guys, thank you for watching till this particular moment. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. Do not forget to subscribe, like and click on the notification bell to always keep you updated on our videos anytime I post videos. I love you so much. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you. Bye bye. Mwah.